I feel that it's well positioned because you can basically take the best parts of Jund and the best parts of an Abzan midrange deck, just cut out the green and just play the better removal, and I feel that Lingering Souls is just a card you have to play, and Lingering Souls and Lightning Bolt are just too good. My name is Garrett Strause. I am playing Mardu Control in Modern. Basically, it's just play a lot of one-drops that are good, and you have your Lightning Bolts, your passive Inquisitions, so all your early game answers for everything that you could need in this format. I may not counter anything or anything like that, but it's just the fact that I can just one-for-one pretty much any spell that's in Modern that's relevant. I don't really lose card advantage. All the spells basically, they're just, like I said, there's just not one bad spell in the deck, so. The mana base is 8 fetches. The reason I'm heavier on white fetches is because I do run Kitchen Finks on the board, just making sure you're able to have double white. And you basically really only need black and red on the first early turns, unless you're playing up against a deck like Infect where you might need the Path instead. I have Shambling Vent as my man land, just because lifelink is so good. We also are running the 4 Blackcleave Cliffs because, mana that taps for a Lightning Bolt or an Inquisition early, or even a Thoughtseize, it's not as painful on turn 1 is really great. We basically get a speed land just like Jund does. Then we're also running 1 Ghost Quarter because to me, I just feel like Ghost Quarter is a staple in the format right now, that every deck has something, a land that you want to destroy. And there's even times where you'll destroy your own land. Your opponent might think you don't have the right colors, and you can sneak a basic in by Ghost Quartering your own land. I'm running 3 Shock lands, 1 Godless Shrine, 1 Blood Crypt, 1 Sacred Foundry. Those are basically all you need. There's no real need to have 2. You don't want to be hurting yourself too much because you can take a lot of damage in the deck. So. Basically at the 1-drop slot, I run 1 Grim Lavamancer in my main and 1 in the board. It's just an overall good card. Jund usually runs 1. I just think that it can be a win condition if need be. If not, it can just definitely kill a lot of the littler creatures. I also run 4 Dark Confidants because you need card draw on a deck, and that's the best creature to get that with. I also have 2 Soulfire Grandmasters, which lines up very well with Lightning Bolts and Helixes, and even late game buying back a 1 mana or 2 mana spell for 5 or 6 mana total is very powerful. I also then run 2 Kalitas as my top end creature because they can get rid of the company decks, so that the Exile, the Kitchen Finks, they're great main board against those matchups. And it's also just a really good 3/4 with lifelink. My other spells I have are for disruption would be 4 Lightning Bolts, 4 Paths, 2 Terminates, and 2 Lightning Helixes. I feel that that's enough removal for the early stuff, and then for bigger stuff and also early if need be, I do have also 2 Terminates. This can allow me to basically kill every single creature in the format that can be targeted per se. I also have 4 Inquisitions and 2 Thoughtseizes. The reason I run more Inquisitions is because the format is so fast right now that you really do need to be able to get into their hand quick and get one of their low drops. It can definitely affect against the combo matchups. And the Thoughtseizes are there just for the fact that there are bigger things and there are better spells sometimes that you need to get. We're also running the 3 Lilianas in the deck, which are just, it's a great card. Jund runs them, Abzan runs them. Lingering Souls is probably the best card in the deck. In my opinion, if you're going to play white and black, you cannot not play Lingering Souls. It's just that good of a card. If they have something, they've wasted something on it. Usually you can cast it with flashback and you're still getting value out of it. And half the time you can just win a game really quickly because most people don't have a lot of flyers right now. I also run a Painful Truce I feel that card is just absolutely insanely good. It's just, you have so many ways to gain life in the deck that it doesn't hurt that bad. And I have 1 Kolaghan's Command. I feel that it's a great late game card to get back creatures. It helps main board against the affinity matchup. Instant speed discard is not bad if your opponent is top decking. And the other mode really doesn't matter too much. There's not many things you can kill with it, except for the early on, but usually if you're killing something for 3 mana, it's not good. Usually I don't use that unless it's to the face to win the game. In my sideboard I have 3 Fulminator Mages, 3 Stony Silences, 1 Grim Lavamancer, 2 Kitchen Finks, 1 Lightning Helix, 2 Painful Truce, 1 copy of Wear and Tear, 1 copy of Terminate, 1 copy of Lightning Helix, and that should be it. The reason I run most of these cards is they basically are easy to slot in against certain matchups. You have your Fulminator Mages against Tron. You can also bring in the Stony Silences against them and a Kolaghan's Command and a Wear and Tear if need be, if you need to go that heavy. Against Affinity, you have your Stony Silences, your Kolaghan's Command, and your Wear and Tear. If you can bring more removal if you feel you need it, I have a Kitchen Finks in case you play Burn. It's just more life gain. You have the extra Lightning Helix for that. I have Painful Truce in the deck for any kind of grindy matchup. So Painful Truce late game off the top can just be really huge. They've expended a lot of the resources, and half the time you can cast it with 6-7 mana up because it's going to draw a go game or something, and you have room for mana leak, and Spell Snare doesn't hit it. So my opinion, the best matchup for this deck is going to be an Affinity and a Burn. I feel that any matchup like right now between any grindy matchup, I feel like I can usually win because I have a main void Painful Truths. It really all just depends. It comes down to basically how fast their clock is. If they're playing more creatures than I can draw removal spells, odds are I'm probably going to lose the game, but most of the time that's all variance. I feel like it would definitely shake up your local store, or even maybe in an open series or something like that, where you can definitely catch some people off guard with it. And I feel like this deck has a great matchup against those because of all of your instant speed interaction. You don't really get caught off guard too much.